वक्रतुण्डमण्डितकरा या श्वेतपद्मासना.
Now today we are going to learn about the nationalistic historiography. Is it, my children? So what is a nationalistic historiography? That these people used to write about their country's glory, the past. See, we have seen the colonial historiography and oriental historiography. So what was both the main? Orientalists were different, but these orientalists, or you can say colonial historiographer, colonial. As earlier I said, that approach was colonial. Okay, so these people were writing about the India. What they were writing about the India, my dear children, that India is because of us. They were never praising the culture of ours. They were praising the culture of their own. So this was felt by this nationalistic historiographer, means national. So here, nationalistic historiographer, again I am starting. Nationalistic historiographer means those who were writing in the praise of their nations, though these people had taken their education under the British university only, in the British missionaries only. Then also they, whatever the colonialists were writing, they made that they shackled the prejudices of them. They started to write about the glory of India. So let's see, pride in the ancient glory of India and the self-esteem. And the nationalistic historians tried to seek the golden era of Indian history. So as earlier I said, when the colonials, Britishers started to write the history of our country. So they were saying that their culture is more powerful than us, and we are because of them. Never they were giving the pride of our ancient culture. So these people started to write about our country. So their writings, see here, the writings of Indian historians who were trained in the British educational system show an inclination to restore the pride in ancient glory of India and self-esteem of Indian readers. And these people and their writings were known as nationalistic historiography. Is it? So coming to the next slide. See here. So nationalistic historians at that time, who were the nationalistic historians? See, Mahadev Govindra Ranade, then Ramkrishna Gopal Bhandarkar. Next is coming, you know very well, Vinayak Damodar Savarkar, Ramesh Chandra Majumdar, then Lal Mishra. So these were the forefront. These people started to challenge the history which were written by the colonials or the British about the India. And these he criticized, means here these nationalistic historians criticized the history written by the Britishers. Okay, the nationalistic historian tried to seek the golden era of Indian history. They are at times blamed for ignoring the critical analysis of the historical truth. Whatever these people were writing, see, these are the names are coming in front of you. These were the forefront leaders. So what they were writing, their history was challenged by the colonial, by the Britishers, when they started to write about the golden era. So why these were challenged, children? Because these Britishers were telling what kind of a proof you are having about the past of your India, which you are writing in your history. As we know, history is written on the proof evidences. So you can see in the beginning, their history, or the history which is written by these nationalistic people or historians, were challenged by the Britishers, as criticized by the Britishers, as these people were not having the proof, means they had not submitted their proof while writing the history. So as earlier I said, these were the people, those who have contributed in nationalistic historians. So yeah, Radha Kumud Mukherjee, Bhagwan Lalji Indraji, Kashi Prasad Jaiswal, Vasudev Vishnu, Mirashi Anand Sadashiv Altekar, whatever it may be. So these are. So now we are moving to the next part of the history, that is we know V.K. Rajawadi. You know very well, I think this is the well-known name in the history also. As we know that nationalistic historian, what kind of the things they wanted to divert, or what the kind of the things they wanted to reflect in their history, the prejudices of the Britishers. They wanted to challenge the prejudices of the Britishers and wanted to glorify our culture, and they wanted to prove them that they were wrong and we are right. These were the challenge. So here V.K. Rajawadi, we are going to learn about the V.K. Rajawadi. So Rajawadi is well known for his writing in Marathi. Okay, children? V.K. Rajawade is well known for his writing in Marathi on varied subjects. Like here it is given history, linguistic, etymology, grammar, etc. And he was of the firm opinion that we should write our own history. Means who had given the rights to the Britishers to write our history? They are not knowing, they are not aware of our past, and they are whatever they are accumulating, or whatever they are assembling, writing there while writing the history of India, that is not truth. That is not true. So what they insisted, that being the Indian, we should write our history own. So he compiled and edited 22 volumes of Marathiancha Itihasachi Sadhani. So this is the book written by the V.K. Rajawadi. He wrote every scholar prefaces to each of the 22 volumes. And what he stated, history is the all-inclusive image of past. Okay? Yeah. History is the inclusive, matlab past images. History, what it covers, the past images of a country or anyone's country, past images of the country, how we were in the ancient times. So here, past societies, you can say images of the past societies. It does not include only the story of political images or conspiracies. Political images or conspiracies and wars. Matlab already we have studied in the previous lesson also. History means from here we got the new platform, means nationalistic historian gave the new platform, not only writing the history of the past, but they have given the new platform that history should not include what political images, stories of political images or conspiracy or conspiracies. ठीक है, conspiracies and wars for seizing the power means षड्यंत्र. जैसे हम षड्यंत्र करते हैं, what we are doing the षड्यंत्र, और politics खेलते हैं to acquire the power of that particular place. जैसे Britishers करते थे, how the Britishers used to do, they were using their power to acquire the others' territory or wanted to make them slave or wanted to expand their rule. So this is not a history to play a political games or conspiracy to seek or you can say to fight the wars. Okay, children? Wars to seize the power. He insisted that history should be written only using the authentic documentary sources. Means history should be written with the authentic evidences which are true to the fact. It should not include the prejudices. Is it, children? So if we are having authentic information about that and you have a proof, then only you go on write the history. That was the opinion of V.K. Rajawadi. Is it, my children? So the nationalistic historiography helped in the triggering of independence movement. When these type of the thoughts were spread among the Indians, when these people took the task under them to write their own history and they started to narrate their own glory and made responsible the colonial rule that they were spreading a wrong idea about Indians. Okay? Indians. So these whatever tasks were undertaken by these people triggered the movement of independence. Okay? The people started to stand against the British Empire. Is it? From here, the movement of independence started on a large scale. So now we are coming to the next point. That is, Vinayak D. Damodar Savarkar. We know very well. So he had written the Indian War of Independence 1857. What he said in this book, the book which is written by Vinayak D. Savarkar or Damodar Savarkar, as we know very well, who was Vinayak Damodar Savarkar, and the glorified past of also glorified past of Vinayak Damodar Savarkar also. So here he had written this book. What he had written in this book? This was not a sudden war. In this book he had written, this was not a sudden war. It was a pre-planned war. It was a pre-planned war. 1857 जो war था वो एक planning के साथ खेला गया था. It was not a sudden war. Why it was break? Why it was out? Why 1857 war outbreak? All the tragic, matlab all the you can say the preparation, each and everything. This was explained in the book. So that is a 1857 book, Indian War of Independence. This was written by Vinayak Damodar Savarkar. The nationalistic historiography provided a momentum to the writing of regional histories too. I mean, now from here, previously what we were writing, see, Britishers were writing about us, about the what excavation they did. On the basis of that, they used to write the history, and we were also writing. From here, we have given the new approach. New approach means what kind of approach we have given? New approach means Indian people started new approach of the history. That what kind of a history this new approach? That means regional history. Regional South Indian people used to write, were started to write their own history. North India, Maharashtra, like that. This is a regional history. So from here, it will help you to understand the geographical condition and location of a particular area. So from here, we have given the new approach to the history. New approach to the history. Is it, my children? New approach. Indian have given the new approach to the history. So here, see, as a result, the attention of historians was drawn to the geographical condition and history of South Indian region also. Is it? So what did I say? The new approach of the history started from here. Okay. So here, as a result, the attention of historian was drawn to the geographic condition and history of the South Indian. As I said, from here the approach started, new approach started, not the history of India, but the history of other regions also started to write. So this gave us what? Geographical conditions and all this. Now we are coming to the historiography in the past, in the post-independence era. So how it was? See here in the picture you can see. So it is cultural, social, economic. So now along with the writing, the dynastics. See previously what kind of the history we used to write? Dynastic histories. ठीक है, मतलब किसी वंशवाद के बारे में लिखना, किसी राजा के राज परिवार के बारे में लिखना. That ended, and we started to write the history of about culture, what were the condition of the what type of the social classes are there, what type of the economic activities they started. So from here the approaches of the history started to change. See, previously we used to write about the goddesses and dynastic history. So from here our historians gave a new approach to in the writing of history, that is cultural, social, economic histories were also being written. The scholar of the post-independence period, or you can say the era, began to feel the need of writing history of various communities. Which are the various communities? Let's see. See here, various communities. Which are they? On the screen you can see sciences, economic systems, political ideologies, cultural aspects. Is it, children? So these were the histories. Means here the need of writing histories of various communities, sciences, about the sciences, about the sciences, economic system, and political ideologies. What is the meaning of ideologies? Thinking, new ideas ideas. From here, we stop to writing the history of dynasties. वंशवाद की history लिखना बंद किया and we started to write the history on a scientific approach. Different communities की sciences कैसी थी, how was their economic conditions, उनकी communities कैसी थी, economic system कैसा था, and what were their political ideologies, what were their thinkings about the political ideologies. So I think nationalistic historiography is clear. Please switch off mic. So cultural aspects here. Coming to the next point, that is the historiography of this era has been influenced by you can say mainly three ideological schools. Mainly three ideological. What is an ideological, my children? Thinking. So first one is coming in front of you, Marxist history, which is given by Karl Marx, which was the theory of Marxist history was given by Karl Marx. Here I am going to explain you in detail. Next one is subaltern history, bottom rank. Subaltern का meaning होता है from the bottom. You can say उनका opinion क्या था कि हिस्ट्री जब लिखी जानी चाहिए तो पुअर लोगों से स्टार्ट करनी चाहिए, बॉटम रैंक पीपल. Next is coming feminist. Already we are aware of feminist history. So here, which were the three main ideological school? First one is the Marxist history, second one is the subaltern history, and feminist history. So these were the, you can say, three ideological. So let's move on to the Marxist history. Again, I am telling to you, my children, in the 10 minutes, my time is going to over. 7 minutes are there. You have to rejoin again. Coming to the Marxist history. Now, what is a Marxist history? We see. Here, let me explain first what is a Marxist history. Now, you see Marxist history. We are coming to the Marxist history. The concern for the means of production. What is the meaning of means of production, my children? The means of production. Here, if we say the land is a means of production. Land, if we have a land, that is a means of production होगा. Lands पे क्या करेंगे? Farming करेंगे. If the farmer land है, तो naturally वहाँ पे means of production क्या होगा? Farming होगा. If industries के लिए तो industries होगा. ठीक है? So means of production means that we can consider the land. Land is a means of production. Means what means of productions we are having. Modes of production. What modes of productions we are going to take according to our economic system. हमारा economic को बूस्ट करने के लिए हम क्या क्या सिस्टम्स नए नए लेंगे. ठीक है, मोड्स ऑफ प्रोडक्शन. अगर हमारे पास लैंड है तो हम मोड्स ऑफ प्रोडक्शन कौन सा लेंगे. अगर हमारे पास इंडस्ट्रीज है तो हमें सेकेंडरी लेंगे कि टर्शियरी लेंगे या कौन सा लेंगे. सो दैट डिपेंड्स ऑन दैट. इज इट? Now here we are going to learn about the industrial relations, how we are going to boost our industrial relations, were at the centers in the writing of Marxist historians. Who are the Marxist historians, my dear children? Those who were influenced by the writing of Karl Marx. As we know, these people were studying about the two classes. These people's opinion was that they should study the first class, which is haves not. Then only we can proceed. We can form the economic system. So here the society is divided into two classes, that is poor and rich. Haves not and haves. Haves means poor, haves not means haves means rich and haves not means poor. So these are the society. So these people started to study about the haves not. Is it, my children? So what was that main thing, means on what they were focusing? These are means of production, modes of production, and industrial relation were the centers in the writings of Marxists. Accordingly, and they were analyzing, means to analyze the impact of every social events. Suppose haves not. Suppose today corona. I'm giving one examples to you. Today corona hit the world. Okay, coronavirus or COVID-19 hit the world. Okay, so what kind of the impact we have got on the society, on the economy. So these analyses are going on. So these people were also, whatever event is taking in a society, whether it may be a coronavirus, whether it may be a flood, it may be a natural calamity, so impact of that event is what. So these people were analyzing who is the more sufferer, who is the more sufferer in that. So social event of significance, this social event, suppose koi revolution hua against the Dalit, yeah, against the poor people or rich people, whatever movement is taking. So this played a vital role to shape that place economy and great impact on the society. It creates a great impact on the society, has remained the basic theme of the Marxist historiography. So these were the first what we have learned here, children. Means of production, as earlier I explained, modes of production and the industrial relation were at the center in the writings of Marxist historians, and these people were also analyzing the impact of social event. कोई भी social event होता है उसका impact society पे क्या पड़ता है. So these people were considering that is very important while writing the history of that place. Is it, my children? So Marxist history is based on the theory of Karl Marx. So Marxist historian in India studied the transition. What is the meaning of transition? Transforming from one part to another, from one era to another era. Suppose hamara, if we have studied in the in this lesson only ancient, medieval and modern. Ancient before 13th century and after 12th when Mughals enter. So 12th to 16th century our medieval hua, and after 16th century आपका modern century हुआ. So Renaissance period, you can say that is a Renaissance period. So these are, means they were studying this transition, how this transition took place from one part to another. Changes in the society are responsible. So within the caste system, now caste system, as you know, in our country, casteism politics is more. Casteism politics is on a large scale, as we know very well. So caste का जो politics होता है या caste system है, उसका impact क्या होता है कोई भी society में. We are talking about our history. Marxist history means we are talking about our history, not the world history. So here these people transition within the caste system. एक caste दूसरी caste में से change कैसे हुआ, परिवर्तन कैसे हुआ, एक caste system का क्या impact होता है, that the things these people started to learn. Among the historians who adopted Marxist ideological means thinking, again I am saying framework, scholars like, their names are given, Damodar, Dharmanand Kosambi, Comrade. Now here Comrade is a nickname, किसी को हम उपाधि देते हैं ना, जैसे HM is a nickname, matlab what we are giving some kind of a status. So those who are the follower of the Marxist history or the Marx you can say Karl Marx, they were Marxist historians were known as Comrade. Is it, my children? Comrade Shripad Amrit Dange, Ram Sharan Sharma, Comrade Sharad Patil. So these were the forefront. Comrade means followers of the Marxist history. Amrit Dange, Ram Sharan Sharma, Comrade Sharad Patil have contributed notably. Comrade Dange was one of the founder member. Comrade Dange, he was the founded member, you can say, of the Indian Communist Party. Who is the founded member of the Indian Communist Party? Comrade Shripad Amrit Dange. Is it, children? Primitive Communism to Slavery, the big book written by him, represent Marxist. Here the picture is given, Marxist historiography